Wholesome Family Series. We are live. This is coming from the Familynestacademy. Yes, and we are glad to be here. You are welcome, everyone. And if you are joining us for the first time, it's my pleasure to welcome you to our live series. So today we'll be talking about what every family must build before it is too late. So the truth is that this Facebook, I don't know what they're trying to do. The truth is that a lot of us are building, and I want to believe everyone that is alive is building one thing or the other. And today, you want to really understand what are those major things that every family need to build. What are the matters that should be prioritized in our building? When we are saying we are building, what are we building and how are we building? What should we prioritize in our building? Okay, I know a lot of people build careers, people build structures, businesses, academics, financial future. These are really nice and they are important. However, when we are talking about this important area of the family, area of life generally, because there's nothing you're talking about outside family, and you will see people or hear people say family is everything, which is the key. Everyone you find today is rooted in families, coming from a family. Family is the root, family is the source. However, the outcome of one's life can always be traced to where this person is raised, and that is the family. So that is why we must begin to prioritize family, the family life, the children we are raising in families, the marriages we are building in family. Some of us, we want to raise responsible children, but we are not paying attention to what we do within the family system, to what we establish or allow in the family. Every child you see today is the outcome of his or her family. What the parents laid as a foundation, what was allowed, and what was ignored. So today, we are going to talk about those areas of life that we must pay attention to, because whether we like it or not, we are building. But intentionally, you should ask yourself today, what exactly am I building? Yes, that's an important question to ask yourself. What actually am I building? Looking at my children, thank you for subscribing. Looking at my children, looking at where I want them to be in the future, what system, what structure am I putting in place? Okay, so the strongest family doesn't just appear, it doesn't just occur, it doesn't just happen. It's defined by decisions. Is defined by the day-to-day activities, routines, engagement, value system that is built to enable every member of the family to thrive. It's not about perfection, it's not about having everything, it's not about being wealthy, having enough supply of resources. Maybe you think you have the money to give the children the best education. See, people who go to the best school are not among the best in life generally. So it's not about the school, it's about the family. What are you building to empower your children, that even if you take them in the best school, or in the school of maybe the category of people you will say middle class or poor people, they are able to find their feet, they are able to thrive. Okay, so today, one of the most important area you must build in your family is emotional safety. Every child that must thrive must first feel secured within the home front. If your child doesn't feel safe with you, they will struggle not just within your home, even when they grow and get out of your home. They will live the rest of their lives trying to find assurance, acceptance, approval from other people. And you know the kind of world system we live in, people will take advantage of such children. So every child that must be emotionally stable and secured must first feel it at home. So I want to ask you this evening, does your children really feel safe? Does your children really feel, I mean emotionally, not physically now, emotionally safe enough at home? Are they open to you? Are they receptive? Do they express themselves? Do they feel that they can be themselves at home and they are appreciated, they are accepted, they are celebrated? If your children feel they are tolerated, you are losing those children. Because what will happen is that they will withdraw, or they will hide their true self, and then they will look for where to find true and full expression. And I don't want to believe any parent intentionally wants their children to hide their personality and identity at home and then go outside to show who they truly are. Because it's only children who reveal themselves at home that you really understand who they are genuinely are. So people are naturally open up when they feel safe. Use yourself as an example. The people you can share your burden with are people you feel they will not judge you, they will not criticize you, they will not use it against you, they will not condemn you, they will not nail you to the wall. And that's the same with our children. When they feel that they are always judged, corrected harshly, condemned, in fact, fault are always being found because of their errors, you see them tend to hide their error, because naturally our children want to please us. So anything that will make them feel like mommy and daddy are not happy about this and they are going to be really angry and mad. You see some children say, mommy will be mad with me, that kind of thing. You realize that those children will find it difficult to open up when they are struggling or when they make mistake. And you see them go into further error. From hiding from one error to another error, you will see them keep struggling. You will see them hiding their true identity and true selves. So what does emotional safety look like in a normal home? In a home where there's emotional safety, children or people speak without fear of ridicule. Okay? You will see mistakes do not lead to shame. So children know that when they make mistake, they will not be put to shame, they will not be embarrassed, they will not pepper them. How many of us we are in that position while growing up, that when you make mistake, you will wait for a peppered cane? How many of us? And what did it turn us into? Pretenders. Because when we make mistake, we don't want that pepper, nor do we want the cane that comes with it. So we want to cover up, we want to shadow the mistake. But did we learn from that mistake? No. We lose the opportunity of learning, and that's what happens to our children. When they begin to hide their error, they begin to lose from the opportunity and privilege of learning from the adults in the home that have been called to groom them, to build them, to train them into responsible adults. So in a home that is emotionally safe, emotions are acknowledged and not dismissed. So if you must secure your home emotionally, you must give an opportunity for full expression. Let your child be open to tell you, Mommy, I'm angry because of this. Mommy, I'm not happy, this happened. Mom, I feel I'm frustrated. It's not the time to start preaching to them. No, it's the time to allow them. Okay, let me hear from you. How do you feel? What's happening with you? Okay, I understand you are struggling in this area. What do you think is the challenge? Let your children be open to talk to you the way they feel and be able to ease off the pressure instead of bottoming it up, knowing or believing that that is the best to keep it away from you and your over criticism, right? So a home that is emotionally safe, they correct without humiliating. I was telling someone the other day, you see this thing they used to tell us when we do something while growing up, they say, there's this song, after singing it, they say, shame, another shame. We even do it, they do it in school while we are growing up as nursery children. We don't realize how we are embarrassing these children. In fact, while we were growing up, it seems like people did not realize that we also had emotions as children. And unfortunately, some parents still carry it on in this age. Emotions are real. In fact, the first part of the brain of a child that develops is the emotional brain. Yes, the right part of the brain is the emotional brain, is the first, even before the logical part, that's the left. So before you teach your children A, B, C, D, and 1, 2, 3, you need to realize they already had emotion, and that is your target, to help them understand their emotions, express their emotions, and regulate their emotions. And that's why emotional intelligence starts from home, not when your children grow up. It starts from when they are under your roof as toddlers. You begin to monitor and assess how they express themselves. And you begin to also regulate yourself, the way you express your anger and emotions, because they are picking from you, they are learning. Okay? So many parents, you focus on discipline, but you forget that discipline without safety will produce fear instead of maturity. So you see children who live in fear. They are growing up without maturing in areas of life that they were meant to be privileged to learn from home, because they show or pretend to the parents that they know the right thing, they will do the right thing. But actually, it has not been integrated inside of them to even understand what the right thing is and how to practice what is right and grow up to become responsible children. So you see why parents are shocked when they begin to hear what their children are doing outside in the university, or when they go out of the home. Because at home, you are seeing the good child you want to see. Your child is showing you the good part you want to see. So he will not be shouted on. He will not be punished. He will not be what we call discipline. But in reality, that is not the personality of your child. So Fathers, do not the Bible, how did the Bible put it? Embitter your children, or they will become discouraged. Colossians chapter 3 verse 21. Some of us, we discourage our children the way we handle their errors, the way we handle their mistakes. Nobody's saying you should be lenient. But what's the essence of discipline and correction if it doesn't bring out the best in your child? If it doesn't correct the behavior or the misconduct, is a failure. So your target in every engagement, discipline, correction, or punishment should be a change, a transition, a transformation from what you don't want, what is wrong, to what you think is the accepted behavior. So when you beat a child, I've taught this several, when you beat a child, this child is crying, you have inflicted pain in the child. It's the emotional brain that is currently working at this point. This is not the right time to start telling the child, you are supposed to do this, this is what to do. At that point, the logical brain has been shut down as a defense. The flight and fight mode has been established too, because the brain feels this child is in danger. So whatever you are teaching when a child is crying is not registered, is not understood. And the next time again, this child will make the same error. You'll be wondering, I just beat you for doing this yesterday. I just corrected you. I just did this. And you are still doing I told you this thing yesterday, and you're doing it again. What you did not realize is that you have wasted the energy and time and learning opportunity yesterday by hitting a child, instead of using that opportunity to teach, to instruct, to guide. If you think you must beat, please beat. Let the child go through that process of bearing the pain and crying. Allow that child to rest. When you think this child is settled, then teach, instruct, and guide. Children need to be guided. They need to be taught. In fact, you need to repeatedly teach for something to register. Then you need to guide them because you have experienced it. You have better understanding. You are able to show them step by step of how to achieve what you want to achieve. I didn't want this teaching to be long, so I will go to our next important point on what you must build before it is too late in your home. However, I have a question to ask you. Does your home feel emotionally safe enough for honesty? Reflect while growing up and then now. Would you say that your home is safe enough for your children to be honest with you if things go wrong? If it's not, then your home is not safe emotionally, and you must work like your life depends on it. Because a time will come when you will not have that opportunity. When your children becomes adults, you will no longer be able to hold them because they would have gone their way to do their own thing. In fact, prison break, I used to say it. At that point, they just want to stay away from you. Then you will see parents crying. My children, they don't even call me. Children I saw, I carried bread on my head. I sewed my wrapper. I did this. I'm sorry, but if you must hear the truth, you must build an emotional security for your children at home while growing up in such a way they feel safe with you. When such children grow, they can easily reconnect with you. So what is the next thing you must build? Take note of the first one. and joining us for the first time, please find time to catch up, because this is one of the valuable knowledge you must have to build a holistic family and to give your children a future that is ensured. Now, what is the second thing you must build? A listening culture. Many of us don't know how to listen. Many of us grew up in a home where nobody listened to us. The first thing, once there is an error, is shout. People are shouting. Daddy is shouting. Mommy is shouting. They've raised Cain. Or what clicks on the brain is punishment. Hit, punish. Now, you have not allowed this child to explain. And because we grew up that way, our children are suffering the same thing we suffered from our parents. That's our part. Life has become so busy that we don't listen. Noise all around. We are on Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, and our children are in the background trying to talk, trying to relay an information. It might not be vocal. It might be a kind of unspoken words. They may be showing facial expression, but we are not paying attention because we are busy scrolling. It might be you are not on your phone, but you are busy. You just came back from a busy schedule or business or shift. You are exhausted. In fact, they have drained you out there at work. And then your family matters. You don't even have the time or the moment to smile, to sit for a while and to hear them, because you are overwhelmed. Of course, you're a human being. So you come back, you're exhausted, your ear shut for anything. Your children sometimes begin to feel sorry or pity for you. They don't even want to talk to you because they feel mommy is stressed. We don't want to add to her stress. That is